YouTube, it's Elisha here. I know this video is late, but it's been a hell of a week, let me tell you. Not stressful, but like work and then social life kicking in a little bit. So that's great. So yeah, I'm officially, what time is it? Okay. I'm officially 7 weeks and 6 days on T. 8 shots in. It's amazing. Like, yeah, amazing. I really I don't know. It's really like one of those types of things where I'm here at 7 weeks and I just like can't believe it. And yeah, it's great. So things that I noticed that are changes. I don't think you guys gonna be able to see it, but my mustache is like getting a little thicker. It's starting higher up here, coming down a little thicker. My chin hair is thick as hell. It's starting to grow a little bit more. Um, Hair a little bit more down here. My hairline is changing a little bit. Like I used to have a little bit more of a widow's peak, but it's like kind of pulling back and kind of like just like pulling back right here. I noticed a few changes in my hairline. I know you guys don't see my hair out much, but I did it this week so that I could talk about the changes in my hairline. I also heard that my eyebrows look like they're getting thicker. I don't think so, but okay. And that my nose is growing. I'm not sure. I see it every day, so it's kind of hard for me to tell. Um, some other changes, I'm getting like my vascular system is starting to change, so my veins are getting a little bit bigger. Like it's hard to tell right now, but they are. Muscle definition is a little bit better. My voice is cracking again. It was cracking like all week at work like crazy. So I guess it's gonna drop again a little bit deeper. What else is changing? Not much, but something that happened that sucked like a motherfucker was I had my cycle this past week. Um, it was about 32 or 33 days late, which is like a lot, but yeah, yeah, right. I know. Um, so it ended um on Friday, and yeah, it just it pretty much fucking sucked because I thought that I wasn't gonna have it, but it did. So now, if everything goes like I have another one, I'm supposed to have another one on the 21st of this month, which is gonna suck to have two in 1 month. But I hopefully, because I'll be, by the time that happens, I'll be 10 weeks on T, almost 11. So hopefully by then I won't be having periods anymore. Um, Other things that I noticed, emotional changes are still kind of happening. Today I went to the movies to see Hansel and Gretel in 3D, and my sister. Well, yeah, no. So I went to see Hansel and Gretel, and I'm going to buy the tickets for the group of people I'm going to see the movie with. Uh, Me, M, S, and B. I get out of the car first because it was kind of a long line, so I wanted to get there. Plus, Hansel and Gretel kind of was already starting, and then the movie that M and B were gonna go see started like 10 minutes later. So I'm walking out of the car to go get the tickets, and like this couple just like keeps driving like they don't see me walking across the fucking street. And I was like, you don't see me motherfucking walking, bitch. And then I just like realized that everybody outside the movie theater is staring at me. I just like my temper just flashed like crazy in like that 2.5 seconds, which kind of caught me like off guard because normally I have more control over my temper. But and then everybody that was standing outside the movie theater to buy their tickets is staring at me, and then I'm looking at them like I will fucking kill all of you. I don't know where that came from. Just like super aggression. I don't know. But So I am getting maybe just a little bit more aggressive. Just a little bit. What else happened? Ooh, I got some more packing underwear. Some polo joints. They look nice. Do I have one on? No, I got the Hanes on right now. But the polo ones are nice. What else happened? Oh, I got my new case for my phone. Hell yes. The clear Life Proof. I had modded my phone to have this clear back. So I've been waiting for Life Proof to come out with this clear case so I could show off the mod that I did. So I fucks with that shit. What else? All in all, week 7 has been like kind of just a tumultuous kind of week because going through the emotional things with my cycle and then the tea and being tired and being at work. Crazy Friday, Trevin, this guy that I work with, asked me about like somehow testosterone came up. Something happened. I was like, yeah, testosterone does that. I've been noticing. And so he started asking me about changes that had been going on. Just like, and I pretty much told him everything about except for the stuff related to my lower regions and my sex drive because like we're co-workers, we're not friends. Fuck that. What else? Getting out a little bit more confidence to be out talking to people. What else? Like week 7 has just been like a crazy week because I haven't really been. I've been preoccupied with other things besides my transition. Even though people might be like, "Well, what the hell is more important?" But yeah. So this week my transition has kind of like been on the back burner, and that's why this video took so long to come out. I think it was just like a lot of shit going on, so I didn't really get around to making this video. But I do have some other videos that I want to talk about that I'll probably be making this week coming up. Monday's video is going to be late because I have a dentist appointment, so it's going to push everything back. But another thing I want to talk about is like if you're the partner of a trans person, like I know you want to be involved in the whole situation, like finding out how they're thinking and everything like that. But in the first couple weeks or the first month, it's like really important to like give them space to evaluate their emotions because like it's so new for us. And like you've been thinking one way with hormones in your body that doesn't necessarily match. So when you get the hormones that do match, or whatever, your thought process kind of changes a little bit. And like you have to learn how to think and how to understand those emotions or the lack thereof. So if sometimes your partner isn't that forthcoming or whatever about like what they're thinking and stuff, like just give them some time and some space. Because I know like before I was on transition, like I didn't have a problem expressing what I was thinking, how I was feeling about anything, like really. Or it's just a little bit easier. But now people ask me stuff like, oh, how do you feel about this? Or how you feel about that? And I just be like, I don't know. Or I just be like, I guess it's great. I don't know. Like sometimes stuff that has to deal with emotions or how I'm feeling, it just kind of feels like, I don't know. I know they say that like men compartmentalize everything. And so maybe that's what I need to get used to is the fact that like now I'm compartmentalizing everything, so it's not as free flowing as it was before. But don't let that be the reason to get in an argument, to get into a fight, or to think that people that you're dating, be they trans men or trans women or genderqueer, be people who are taking a hormone replacement therapy option that is, prescribed and not like a natural choice, like a natural path of HRT. Just give them time because, don't think that just because they're not telling you everything that they're thinking or they're a little bit more closed off or whatever, that they don't care or that they don't want to tell you shit. It's just that, we're having to learn how to navigate these new thought patterns and emotions. And so sometimes it's not easy to express that to people because you don't really know what it is. It's the first time in your life that you're going through that kind of stuff. And for most of us, like, I'm 26 years old. I'll be 27 next month. So, like, to be going through puberty again at 26 is like fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm excited to be doing it, but at the same time, it's something that I didn't pay too much attention to the first time I went through puberty, because it was like such a traumatic experience for me that I don't even really remember a lot of the shit that I remember. Pimples. Um, what else do I remember? I remember thinking that I needed to have 911 called when I had my first cycle because I was dying and I need to be rushed to the fucking hospital. Besides that, I don't really remember anything about puberty. It's just like, I mean, I'm sure if I sat here long enough and thought about it and like maybe wrote down some things or talked to my mom about, like, shit that I went through, maybe I would have better memories. But I just remember being really depressed a lot, staying in my room a lot. Like, I don't really remember though, like, any of the actual symptoms of like puberty besides the acne. So going through it again this time is like really kind of brand new. And like, usually when you go through an experience that you've already been through, you have something to draw from because you remember what it was like. But for me, there aren't really any places I can pull from to like have that support or understand what's happening. So I'm having to go through that, again, as a brand new, fresh experience, even though technically it's not. Um, Also, like, it's really weird because as you're going through the changes while you're on testosterone or whatever, it's kind of like you don't necessarily notice things that other people are noticing. Like, my family was saying I was getting like way more aggressive, and to me, no, I wasn't getting aggressive. I was reacting to the way they were coming at me. So maybe they weren't as aggressive, or maybe they were as aggressive, but perception is, something that you can only perceive from the way you see things. So like, I'll never know how I look to them. Even if I saw the video of it, it would still be my perception and my thoughts about, like, well, you were saying this to me, so I had to defend myself. So for me, I saw it as being defensive and not necessarily aggressive. So sometimes you just have to think about that and check the fact that no one can perceive things the way you do, the same way you can't perceive things the way I do. So going through this whole transition and whatnot, you have to be mindful that I might not notice that there are things happening emotionally to me that are causing me to respond to you differently. And just be patient, especially in the first month, because it's so much happening so fast. Like, the first month of the first month of testosterone, if you're taking like 0.25 milliliters a week or 0.50 milliliters every 2 weeks, the changes are happening fast, especially if you're older and have been out of puberty for quite a while. Your body going back into that is kind of like a huge shock. So, like, you have to consider the fact that that person is going through a lot emotionally, and a lot is changing for them so fast. So just give them time and space, and don't get so caught up on things, because once they adjust to the testosterone, once they adjust to the way they're thinking now, and start to get more comfortable and confident in their transition, that they're going to be more outgoing, they're going to be more confident, they're going to be more forthcoming with certain things. And not everyone is going to be an open book during transition. And sometimes communication, may be lost for a bit, but it'll come back. You just have to, like, be the support that you said you're going to be to the best of your ability, and like, just continue to give them that positive reinforcement. Another thing that I didn't like when I was transitioning was, well, when I was starting to transition, because I still am, but in the very beginning, was like my family always asking me questions. How do you feel? How about this? Da 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 da. This, that, and the third. And it was just like, why are you asking me so many fucking questions? That's what I was thinking. But I just think that it was the testosterone making me kind of edgy. So sometimes it's just best to be normal. Like, just be like, how was your day? The same stuff that you talked about before you started T should be the same things you talk about after you start T. And then as the changes that, like, I got excited about started to come about, like, then I would go and tell my mom or go and talk to my sisters about, or my friends, always asking me, has this happened? Has that happened? Sometimes was just irritating because I'm waiting like just as anxious, if not more so, than everybody else for these changes to happen because I want to see it in myself. So I'm waiting for my voice to drop, or I'm waiting for facial hair, or I'm waiting for, the muscle definition and stuff. So if you're asking me all the time and I'm sitting here like fucking racking my brain, when is it going to happen? Checking my face in the mirror every day like, oh, is this new? Is that new? No, that's the same one from yesterday. Wait, no. Wait, yeah. Then you saying stuff to me about it is going to make it even worse. So sometimes it's better to just be the same person you were before in the support role than to like be so anxious about the transition. Like, you can have my back and support me and be happy for my transition and be willing to talk about it and do the research and stuff, but just like wait. It's kind of like when you're about to go on a trip the night before, you can't sleep for shit, but imagine that for weeks because you're just waiting for these changes to happen. Besides that, like I said, there's not a whole lot of changes right here at 7 weeks, 6 days. If you have questions or comments, you can hit me up. I will definitely get back to you at my earliest convenience, which is usually right away unless I'm at work. Information will be down in the description. Down here. Not down here. Yeah. I'm just playing. But yeah. And I just hope everybody is doing well. We're here in February, coldest, shortest fucking month of the year. And ironically, Black History Month. But no, I'm not gonna take that path. I just hope that everybody's doing well. If you're depressed or you have an anxiety or shit like that, you can hit me up. I'm always here to talk. And I just hope that everyone that was here yesterday can be here, tomorrow. Because you made it to today, you can make it through tomorrow. Just one step closer to all the goals for transition. It's just one more day closer. Just think of it that way. Hit me up, and yeah, it's going well, and it'll be going well for you too. Much love.